Okay, right here near the clock tower, there will be a sentry guy.
I hear rumors of the
Talk to
murder
him.
victims returning from the beyond. You know, the ones killed by the children of XIII. Apparitions go against the Order's beliefs. I suspect this is all nothing more than a wild rumor fanned by superstition.
Alright. Now you need to talk to 3 other people.
Half a century of my life was in that.
Oh, that's Ronald. We were supposed to talk to Mitka first. And then voices from the grave. Okay, and then one talk to 3 guys.
The other night, quite mysterious. She seemed to have been inspecting the crime scene. There was something almost ethereal about her presence. She was something.
Okay, that's one of the 3 people you need to talk with. Alright. Okay, here's the next NPC you need to talk to for the voices from the grave.
A ghost was spotted in the area where that woman was killed. Everyone's talking about it. My friend claims to have seen something strange late at night, but I'm not so sure I believe her.
I'll bet she's a strong woman.
I'm looking for a woman who used to own a bookstore in these parts. She also goes by the name Mitka.
Well, my name is Mitka, and I ran a bookshop once back in the day, but that was over 200 years ago. Are you certain I'm the one you're looking for?
I'm not, but maybe you can help me. Listen, I know it's been a while, but I was wondering if you remember a man named Ranulf.
Ah, yes, I remember him. Gosh, that was a long time ago. Who are you anyway? What do you want with him?
He's the one who found me, really. He asked me to track down an old journal of his for him.
He did? It's a strange request. And what is he up to these days?
Eating muffins and reading his books. That's about it, really.
Oh. So, why are you helping him, if you don't mind my asking?
It's what I do, that's all.
Oh. Are you one of those people who does charity work?
Call it what you will. So, can you help me out?
All I can tell you is that I've never handled his journal, but I do know a thing or two about his past. But none of that is for me to divulge. If you want the truth, you need to find out for yourself.
I plan to. I just don't know where to start.
Head to the part of the city they call the Warren. Once there, seek out the man with no name.
Right. Hope there's only one of them, or that's gonna be rather difficult.
Oh, not to worry. You'll find him. But I urge you to be very, very... What you're doing is admirable, but it might not be what he really needs.
Okay, this girl is right here. Let me just show you on the map. You need this for the Ranulf's Journal quest. Okay. Okay, talk to Armand again. Every day you need to talk to him.
Hey, are you ready to tell me more about your friend? His story's pretty intriguing.
Oh, you're back. I knew you couldn't stay away forever. I wager you're dying to hear the rest of my friend's story. Now, where were we? Oh, right. He'd gotten transferred to a department that handled big stories and was given a huge one himself. It was a bribery case in Yusnan. The woman suspected of the crime held quite a high position in the order.
Corruption at the very top of the church hierarchy, huh? Sounds like a pretty big story, all right.
It was indeed. Quite scandalous, actually. My friend pursued the case with a vengeance and published articles about it every day to keep the public informed of the facts. The woman was subjected to heavy criticism. A little too much, in fact. Turns out my friend was right about one thing. The saying is true. The pen is mightier than the sword. Unable to cope, she killed herself.
That must have been tragic for your friend. But he simply told the truth, that's all.
Well, the real tragedy is what followed. Shortly after her death, a document was uncovered. This document provided invaluable evidence in the case. It exonerated her of her crime. She was innocent.
So the articles written by your friend drove an innocent person to take her own life?
Yes, and he couldn't bear such a burden. I mean, who could? I'll have to tell you the rest of the story at another time.
Yeah, this is one of those quests you need to come back every day. Otherwise you missed it. I actually missed it last playthrough. Okay, by 7 PM you can need to come back to the Banquet of the Lord for that quest of the date. If you don't, you will miss it until next playthrough. Well, not that it gives any good rewards. It's not a big deal if you miss some of the quests in this game, because most of them just give stat up, a little stat boost, not anything important.
Yeah, it's
so
delicious.
this is one of them. It's missable, but if you miss it, it's not a big deal.
Okay?
But I'm just showing you in the playthrough. I want to show you every quest if possible.
You know, I really want to thank you for coming out with me.
How many times do I have to tell you? I'm just here for the steak.
Sure. We're just eating, right? My girl won't get mad at me for that.
Why do you still call her my girl? I thought she dumped you.
Actually, about that, I kind of embellished things. When you saw me looking so blue, it wasn't because I was dumped. See, well, the thing is, me and my girl were engaged to be married. But then she died. It happened so suddenly. I was in shock.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
But then you came along, and I invited you out, and you said yes. And you even showed up. I mean, I didn't think you would. You don't know me from Adam. My girl and I had been looking forward to this day for weeks and weeks. She loved the fireworks of Yusnan. She said seeing them made her forget about the end of the world. But then, all of a sudden, she was gone for good. I think she guided you here, so I could enjoy the fireworks for us both. It sounds crazy, but it could be true. Stranger things have happened.
Alright. As you can see, it didn't give anything special. So if you do miss this, don't worry. And here is the last NPC.
Rumor has it the victims of the children's rituals come back to haunt the area at night. I want to see it for myself, but I'm not stupid enough to walk around after dark.
A lot of strange rumors are going around. People are whispering about ghosts.
Okay, so to see the ghost we need to wait until midnight, so and then we finish the quest then.
And ghouls are being haunted by
Oh, looks like we got a dreadnought in the chaos area. Let's try it, but we need ice element. Blizzara preferably. Alright, let's go.
You won't ever see me run. Fight with everything you have. Let's do it. The cycle of death ends now.
Okay, once you there is one attack. Once you do that, just do
Fight
Blizzard.
with everything you have. The fight will be honest. No more lies, just the truth.
Well, or we could stagger him before he even does that. Just like that.
Hope the next goes as well.
Cool. We got a lot of EP back. Oh, these bastards are also annoying.
Let's do it. I won't lose.
Oh shit, Chaos Area Earthquake. I only wanted
I'll
normal
stop
one,
the
but
spiral
here we
of
go.
death. You surprised?
Oh, I forgot to get my Aurora back.
Let's do it. I won't lose.
This is gonna be tricky.
Fight with everything.
Oh, when he said don't feel so good, then that's when we use the Miracle Nectar.
Blood's up
Alright. Safe potion. Interroll on him, shall we protect? It doesn't work yet.
Fight with everything you have. Die already.
Oh shit, block. Ah,
The cycle of death ends now.
missed the block.
You surprised?
Yeah, block this at all costs. I need to target him once to be able to debuff him.
Die already. I've had worse.
Ah. Okay, Warrior's Potion. Come on, just a little bit more. There we go.
Fight with everything you have.
Now I can debuff him, I think. Lock. Okay, nice. High potion. Alright. I think I'm gonna overclock. Yeah, let's do it. I'm gonna overclock and use a warrior's potion and go at with heat sleep. Yeah, just like that.
Don't even try.
Come on, more heat blitz. There we go. Beat down. Carve this. Oh my god, shouldn't get hit by this.
Thanks for waiting.
Okay, I started him again. We shall be protect. We shall, come on.
You can't break me down. What's up now?
Ouch. I didn't buy a Phoenix down. That's okay. Can still manage. There we go, Jesus. Well, that's chaos. Hard mode chaos. Earth Eater down. Okay, so it's past midnight, which means we can now see the ghosts. Here's the first one, just near around the graveyard.
The day has finally come when I get to meet the Savior.
Are you... You must be one of the heretic's young victims.
Yes, that's right. But looks can be deceiving. I'm not so young anymore. It might be hard to tell, but I've seen many more years than you have.
I'm sorry. I'm the reason you were killed. It's my fault.
Oh, stop it. Don't look so solemn. It's not like you plunged a knife through my heart. Besides, it was a fitting way for me to go.
How could it be fitting?
When I was alive, the almighty god Bonavelsa spoke to me. He told me I was to save the souls of those in need. I devoted my entire life to carrying out the plan he had laid out for me.
If what you say is true, that would make you a savior too.
No, it's not like that. It's not like that at all. I wish I was like you, but I'm just a fraud that thought she was chosen by God. After I died, I realized something. It was just an echo in my head that I turned into something else because I wanted to hear God so badly. I know you must think I'm just a big fool, but will you save me, Savior?
You have no idea how much I wish I could. I just don't have the power to save the dead.
What a pair we make. The one who was actually chosen by God, and a fraud who thought she was chosen by God, and neither can do a thing. I tried, though. I tried and was never able to save a single soul. At the very least, I wish I could have saved my own.
Okay, one down, two more to go.
And then...
Okay, Chaos Area Dragon. That's... I need to change Aurora to Sandara though. Or Sandaga. Alright, let's go.
You won't ever see me run.
Debuffs first, or actually no.
Let's do it.
Do that haste feeder. Alright. Block this. Spam Sandara to stagger him. Alright, he's down. No. The protect counter is
Keep up if you can. You can't break me down. You can't break me down.
That was easy. I'm making every monster my bitch at this point. Okay, here's the ghost number 2. It doesn't matter which order you go to them.
You and I, we've met before, right here where we stand. Although I really wasn't in any state to introduce myself at that time, I'm afraid.
You're one of the women who was killed by Etro's heretics. It was your resemblance to me that got you killed. It was because of me that you died.
Yes, but I don't blame you. All is part of God's plan. It was my destiny to die here so that I could meet you, Savior.
You're saying God intended for you to die like this?
I believe so. I believe I was meant to die and gain enlightenment. I know because I was a member of the Order and learned all about the teachings of God. I'm to share with you my knowledge and help guide you on your journey. Savior, you must be aware that in this world, new life hasn't been born for hundreds of years. Do you know why that is?
I've never given it much thought, but I suppose that's part of his plan too. A dying world can't support a growing population. And that's what the almighty Buenavelza chose as his solution. Is that it?
No, I'm afraid that's not the case. It wasn't due to his plan. It was because of the goddess's disappearance.
Because of Etro? How?
In this world, Etro is believed to be the goddess of death. Her followers are heretics, ones who go against society's ways. But the true Etro, she was the goddess that provided new life with a soul and a spirit.
And now that she's gone, there's no one out there to take her place. Anything born into this world would be nothing more than an empty vessel.
Reincarnation isn't a part of the world's cycle anymore. Dead souls don't return to this world in a new form. And that's why no new life is born. This problem, it doesn't just affect our world. According to legend, the almighty Buenavelza will appear before us one day. And when he does, he will recreate heaven and earth. But that leads to the question, when this happens, who will breathe life into the new world?
That's a good question. With the goddess gone, I suppose someone needs to fill her shoes.
Yes. Otherwise, the circle of life will remain broken, and the new world stagnant. You have a duty as the Savior, if you really care about what happens to us in the new world. You have to find a way to do what Etro once did.
That's a hell of a tall order. Finding a replacement for a goddess. But I want to thank you for telling me this, and I won't forget what you told me. You have my word.
That's all I need to hear, to be completely honest. I don't know if you can save us all, but I know that if I have to put my faith in someone, it's you.
What just happened? Was I able to save her soul? But that's not possible. I thought that wasn't within my powers.
What was that like? Did you say something? The monitors were acting up again. They do that sometimes.
Hope, you said that the Savior doesn't have the power to save the souls of the dead. I can save the living. That's it.
That's right. You can save all the living souls you want, but once they're dead, it's too late to help them.
And here's the third ghost. It's at the clock tower.
Who are you?
You of all people should know who I am. And what happened here. Think about it.
hair color. I guess I do know what happened. You were a victim of Etro's fanatics, weren't you?
That's right. When I was alive, I spent my days as one of God's soldiers, keeping those heretics in line. It wasn't easy, but under the Order's authority, I worked day and night to keep the peace. That's probably why I was targeted.
It was certainly courageous, going against such a dangerous organization. Do you know anything about the Shadowhunter?
Rumor has it he's their leader, a renegade rebelling against the established order. Another one of society's outcasts. His actions weren't without good reason. In all fairness, we brought it on ourselves. The Order went through a dark period. A lot of mistakes were made back then. The Elders used their monopoly on food and goods to enforce the law.
Do as we tell you or starve to death. Neither's much of a choice, is it?
Of course, when you start reducing food supplies, what happens? The weak and innocent go hungry too. Then one day an incident occurred that shocked everyone. Someone stole and redistributed the food reserves to the children of Etro. Many of them were on the edge of starvation.
A heroic bandit.
Yes. Rumor has it that during his operation, he snuck into the quarters of one of the Elders and left a message on their pillow while they were sleeping. A bold move, huh? The Shadowhunter will seek justice. The Order got scared and began distributing provisions to everyone again.
It's strange hearing the stories I've missed while I was asleep. So much has happened in the past 500 years that I know nothing about. We never crossed paths when you were still alive, and I can't even begin to imagine what you must have gone through during your lifetime.
I just wanted to pass on my stories before I disappeared forever. It's an honor to get to share them with you of all people. I appreciate you giving me your time. Thank you.
Alright, quest complete.
Even though their lives were taken from them, they continued to exist in our world. Each one of them still shining
Now to
brightly.
the Warren.
Each one of them a single beacon of hope for all of us. Those who still carry...
Okay, here though in the Warren, you can only get into the Warren at after midnight, so until 6 AM. And this quest right here is tied to the one I just did with the ghosts. So if you done the ghosts one, you can complete this one.
It's the Savior! I've been waiting for you!
What? How did you...
Come on, Micah! You know Huh? Wait, you're not her!
Ulrich, what do you think you're doing accosting strangers like that? I'm sorry. Forgive him. My son mistook you for our dear Miss Micah. It must have been the hair. Hers was exactly the same color.
Right. Easy mistake to make.
Miss Micah is beloved by our god Benevelza. What with the rose-colored hair, some even speculate that she could be the chosen one. The Savior.
That's because Micah heard the voice of God. She told me.
The Savior with rose-colored hair, huh?
Yes. Dear Miss Micah. She is a wonderful young woman. Always coming to the aid of the sick and ailing, like myself.
We've been waiting ages for her next visit. I thought you were her.
Were you expecting her to come again soon?
Uh-huh, and guess what else? She even promised us she would bring a phantom rose for us next time she came.
It's a crimson-colored flower, very similar to a rose. But while everyone knows of it, no one's ever actually seen one. They're said to never wither or die. They maintain their life and beauty forever.
Flower that never dies. It's no wonder no one's ever found one.
You're not easily fooled, are you? Yes, the Phantom Rose is nothing more than a fairy tale told to children. But this is what Micah said when she left. I'll bring you the legendary flower that no one believes can be found. So don't you give up on hope. Keep living. As you can see, I don't have much time. So I wouldn't let her down.
Fake Savior lady! If you see the real Micah around, tell her that she better not forget her promise to me, okay?
Ulrich, who taught you it was okay to be rude to others?
Alright, we got that item from the
Sure,
last
kid.
quest, from the
I'll tell him
first
not to
ghost
forget
we
about your
saw.
flower.
Thanks. You're alright for a fake.
The phantom rose that Micah left behind.
It's a savior-looking lady again. You're back.
You wouldn't be talking to me like that if you knew what I'd been up to. I'll have you know I've been to see your real savior.
You saw Micah? What did she say? When's she gonna come back?
I have some bad news. Micah won't be coming to see you anytime soon. She had to leave on a long journey. She didn't have much choice in the matter.
But she...
She did give me this, though, to give to you.
Is this what I think it is? A phantom rose? Awesome! Mom, look at this! It's the flower, and it's real!
It really is breathtaking. A legendary flower that will never wither. The petals almost seem to glow. I've never seen anything like it. Thank you, miss. Micah kept her promise, so I guess I'd better try to do the same. I may not be long for this world, but then again the world is nearly out of time itself. I think I can hold on until then.
Mom, I told you Micah would keep her promise. I knew she wouldn't let us down. Not in a million years.
You were right, sweetie. Miss Micah, she really was a savior, wasn't she? Our savior.
Alright.
The Phantom Rose, a ghostly name for a beautiful blossom that supposedly never withers or dies. Maybe you can help me. I'm looking for something called Starlit Spice.
Remember the
Do you know it?
quest? I started with the cat.
Spice, you say?
This
Oh,
is
yes.
the next
Yes, I know of it.
guy
It's a
we
very
talked to.
powerful antidote. It's also a very rare item. Are you looking to purchase a vial? I have none in stock, but bring me the ingredients and I'll brew up a batch in a jiffy.
Sounds good to me. Exactly what is it that you need?
Take a look at the recipe. As you can see, some monster slaying will be required.
Huh. Looks like a...
Bring me the ingredients listed.
I've got everything you wanted to make a batch of that potion.
So I see. Now if you'll just give old Rubrio There we go. This is what you asked for. Starlit Spice. No need for payment. Just promise me you'll come back again, even if just to chat. Before you go, there's something you should know about that potion.
Does it have side effects?
No, it's nothing dangerous like that. The scent of the antidote has a certain, shall we say, power over the feline species. Take every precaution and avoid all cats while this is in your possession.
Great. Nothing dangerous at all then.
Yes, it drives them into quite a murderous frenzy.
That's annoying, this quest, and now you will see why soon.
Hey, you're out late. She's got some guts at least. Waltz around in here.
Oh, look we got here. That's the rare merchant guy. Whoa, that's a pretty cool outfit there, but it's too expensive. You have Tornado, Surge, Flare, Chill. He appears randomly at certain places at certain times. If you get to see him, make sure you check it out. He also sells the Shadow Trooper, which is one of the outfits that I've been using for the entire walkthrough. So to get that, you need to buy it from him. Alright, The next part of Ranulph's quest, the one with his journal. What was it called again? The Avid Reader, yeah. So, again in the Warren, right here in the map.
What?
Care to tell me your name?
You only need a name if you want to talk to people. If you don't, then what good is it? That's why I don't need one. Nor do I ever want one again.
You're definitely the one I'm looking for. The man without a name. That's you.
It's true, I've been nameless for many years. But am I the one you seek? Who knows? Who knows anything for certain in this dying world?
I guess we can skip the introductions then. I've got a question for you. The reason I wanted to talk to you is because I'm looking for a journal. It belonged to Ranulph.
Ranulph's journal? Why? What do you want with a thing like that?
Nothing. It's not for me. He asked me to find it for him. I'm just doing him a favor.
I thought this day would come. After 2 centuries, I'd hoped he'd given up. But when has a man like me ever gotten his way in this miserable world? So much water under the bridge.
What did you say?
You say Ranulph asked you to do this for him. Is that true?
That's right. He did.
Then go to Yusnan. A woman named Erin has what you're looking for. When you see her, hand her this letter. Tell her that Reddick sent you.
Reddick?
It was centuries ago. Anyway, you tell Erin who sent you, and she'll help you out. Erin liked to watch the trains go by. She would sit and watch for hours. You'll probably find her near the Overlook in Yusnan, where you can see the tracks.